How to wake up early. For some of us, waking up early means falling out of bed, wandering around like a zombie until that third cup of coffee, and then taking a mid-morning nap just to feel semi-okay. Not anymore. To effectively wake up early, you'll have to reset your sleep schedule, develop effective waking up early habits, and become more of a morning person than you currently are. Retraining yourself. Pick your goal wake-up time. If you'd like to get good at being ready and raring to go by 6 a.m., great. There's your goal. This will be the goal you're working toward every day of the week. You're going to do it gradually, though, as to avoid shocking your system. That's right, every day of the week, including weekends. Until you're completely reprogrammed, there won't be any sleeping in whatsoever. But once you get it down, you won't need to. Set your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier than normal. If you're normally sleeping till 9, going cold turkey and aiming for 6:30 just isn't going to happen. Well, it could happen once, but then you spend the entire day drinking coffee and regretting your life decisions. For the next day, set it for 8:45. The next day, 8:30. And even when you hit that glorious Saturday, chuck off 15 minutes until you hit your goal wake-up time. If mornings are a serious issue for you, stay at one level for 2 days. Monday and Tuesday can be spent at 8 o'clock and then on Wednesday bring it down to 7:45. Give yourself enough time for a good night's rest. If you're used to sleeping from 12 to 9, you can't still go to bed at midnight and expect that 6 a.m. wake-up call to be all trumpets and roses. As you get up earlier and earlier, go to bed earlier and earlier. The goal isn't to need less sleep. Sleep, after all, is wonderful. The goal is just to wake up earlier easier. Science tells us that if you get the recommended amount of sleep during the night, it's easier to do just that. 1. You can also try conditioning your body to need less sleep if passing on those night hours is like giving up your firstborn child. It's the same idea, but with maintaining a set bedtime. Get excited. In order to hop out of bed in the morning with gusto, you may need something to hop out of bed for. So find something to get excited about. If nothing comes to mind, use this experiment as something to do full force. After all, the path to new, more productive habits is certainly something to be proud of. What do you have going on in the next day that you can't wait to get up for? Its size does not indicate its efficacy. Small things work just as well. Even getting excited for the morning's cup of joe works. Yum. Can you almost taste it? Get ready for the benefits. Waking up early is linked to a bunch of different, positive things. Research says that early risers get better grades, are generally more proactive, can anticipate problems and plan better than their late rising counterparts. 2. Hope you can handle your own impending awesomeness. It's sort of a chicken before the egg thing. Early risers have more time for exercise, family, and more quiet time at the office, and an easier commute. 2. Is sleep making their lives better, or do they sleep better because they have good lives? Try it out for yourself. Mentally prepare yourself to wake up early. Run through your morning routine in your head so that you have a game plan for the early hours. If you have a plan, you won't need to think about it, just move. If you need to be out the door and on your way at a certain time, think about how much time you'll need for each step of your morning routine. Consider what, if anything, you can cut out of your routine to streamline the process. Do you need that shower, or that cup of coffee? As you lay in bed, drifting off to sleep, tell yourself, I need to wake up early tomorrow. I need to wake up at 5 a.m., make a pot of coffee, shower, shave, and be out the door by 5:45. It'll take me 20 minutes to drive to the airport, 10 more minutes to get set up in the long-term parking lot, and another 15 minutes to walk to the security check. I can grab a quick breakfast in the terminal before my flight leaves. Sleeping better. Start a nighttime routine. Our bodies need to program down, in a sense. The rush of the day has us into human-sized Energizer bunnies, and we can't just go from 60 to 0 in a heartbeat. Your routine should be whatever appeals to you, but it should be daily, to serve as a cue to your body, and take at least 15 minutes. The routine can consist of showering, drinking warm milk, listening to classical music, or doing relaxing exercises such as yoga or Pilates. If you read, make sure to read without any bright lights, more on that later. Designate your bedroom for sleeping only. Refrain from any strenuous activities right before, as this will inhibit comfortable sleep time. Dim the lights about an hour before you go to sleep. Bright lights can suppress the hormone melatonin, which can lead to sleeplessness and suppress the tired feeling. 3-4. Try to turn off TV screens, laptop monitors and the like an hour before you want to go to sleep. The science behind it is that all these bright lights are messing with our body's internal clocks. When you're sitting in front of a computer, TV, and phone until 2 a.m., your body has zero ideas as to what's going on. It could be 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. for all it knows. Turning off the lights lets your body realize, it's bedtime. Shutting down. Get a decent amount of shut-eye. It's a simple truth, but that doesn't mean it's any less important. Sleeping enough will help you wake up earlier. What are yours? It's easier to wake up early if you have the recommended amount of sleep during the night. Plan on getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep for men. 5. 8 to 9 hours of sleep for women. 5. 9 to 10 hours of sleep for pregnant women. 5. 10 to 12 hours of sleep for children and the elderly. Try to fall back asleep if you wake up at night. Remain in bed to avoid awakening your body should you move around. However, if you're tossing and turning for over 20 minutes, get up. Do a relaxing activity, like reading or stretching, until you feel you can go back. Getting up in the middle of the night could be the symptom of a larger problem. Evaluate your habits and your environment. If you're doing everything right, you'll know by the end of this page. Consider seeing a doctor. You may have a sleep condition that he or she can help with. Sleep with the curtains half open. Sleeping with the curtains half open could help your body to stop producing melatonin while simultaneously ramping up production of adrenaline. 6. This could help your body be ready to embrace the day by the time your alarm clock goes off. You know how we just said light keeps you awake? Well, if you're asleep it awakens you. Crazy stuff, huh? The natural sunlight will be perceived by your body, even when you're asleep. Sunlight can also warm your bed, letting the temperature tell you to get up, too. If that's possible, consider placing your bed in the right position in your room to utilize this effect. Adjust the temperature. Most doctors will tell you to keep the room somewhere between 65 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. 7. However, what's comfortable for one person may not be comfortable for another. If you have any trouble sleeping, consider messing with the temperature. You may find your sleeping woes to vanish at the click of a button. If you're not sleeping alone, utilize layers or the lack thereof. Try to find a common ground where you're both negotiating. Worst comes to worst, there's always heating blankets.